Okay. So I think one of the fundamental issues. Oh my God, wait. Can we talk about how absolutely fucking hilarious fucking Donald Trump, Agent Orange, the pedophile in chief, how absolutely hilarious this guy, son. They're injecting the babies. Son, do not take the time. Son. It hurts that he is so evil, son, because it's so funny. It hurts to laugh. It hurts to laugh. And it's not even a laughter because he's dumb. That is half of it. He is genuinely telegenic. And it's so fucked up. It's so funny and fucked up. I really hate it. Oh my gosh, son. Don't take the time. Right? Okay, so I'm not gonna get into the science or whatever about it, but I think there's like this type of fundamental like energy that is present, that it's in all of these issues, right? The anti-vax, the anti-certain pills, the purity, son. It's like this, there's the purity, right? There's the purity, but I don't want to say purity because in like a negative context, it's like we feel like, right? We understand. You know what it is? It's because we're really smart. We are actually too smart. We're so smart that we paranoid ourselves, right? We intrinsically understand the extremely complex nature of our biology, putting stuff in our body, and like chemicals and whatnot, right? And because we understand how complicated that is, just the nature of it, we don't necessarily go into the specifics. That's with doctors, right? They'll go into whatever pathway and whatever, right? But because we understand sort of in a categorical, in a sort of just face value, the complex nature of it, right? We have this sort of underlying sentiment that pervades a lot of these decisions, which is like, I'd rather not add that to the mix, right? I'd rather just not add that to the mix, right? And going beyond Donald Trump or and where it's like, whether you feel it's good or bad, or whether it's justified or not, this example from any side, right? In general, with medicine, right? That is like this underlying thing that is in many contexts, good, bad, negative, it arises, right? And that's a natural and pretty smart, thing to think about, honestly, right? Obviously, when you break it down and get to it, right, whether you're right or wrong is like a whole different thing, right? But I was thinking, how can we sort of just skip that whole ordeal, right? Like not have to deal with, well, actually, no, there's no way, because it's deeper than that, right? The deeper sentiment of that is just not dealing with anything in the body, right? Like, don't mess with the body at all, please. And there's no way. You can't even do medicine at that point. At that point, you can't do medicine. So we won't go that deep. We'll try to tackle the okay, you don't want to add something extra to your body, right? When it comes to pain, right? Where is the map of the neurons? Like where is the pathway, son? Where is the mechanisms for that? I'm assuming it's probably one dense. That's probably some shit, crazy ass fucking diagram, right? I don't know how that would work. I don't think that's possible. But if we could, right? If we had a nice structural, complete understanding, can we just turn a neuron off? Just be like, okay, we turn this off. You're not gonna feel pain, and then we turn it right back on. We're just clamping. We're just gonna clamp the little part right there. We're gonna clamp it, and then we'll unclamp it when you know. I mean, of course, you'll have all sorts of people who will have a whole nother different set of issue with that, right? But instead of like trying to change the homeostatic nature at the moment, right? You target the fundamental structural, but I'm assuming, because we got to find like where, I don't know how this works. We gotta be an expert of the brain. We gotta be an expert of the brain, and we gotta know how to, I don't know. I guess we gotta find the source, son. We gotta find like the source. Like what is... Oh, I don't think it works that way. I think it's just feedback loops. It's just feedback loops. Like it's designed to, if it feels this, it does that. It doesn't, it's not like, it's not from top to bottom all the time, right? Huh. No, but that still works. That still works because it has, even if it's a feedback loop that's gonna automatically fire no matter what happens, right? That's like how it's made. It still has to get processed in the central nervous system, right? So when we're talking about pain specifically, right, I think we can still go to a specific relay location and be like, turn off or whatever. Just like don't register it, right? There's literally gotta be like a tiny little part in the brain, son, right there that we could just turn off, son. Just boop. Right? And then the whole sort of like that whole underlying like, I don't want to add stuff because what if that's the cause of like other issues, right? Because the brain will make associations. Like even unrelated, we all have those paranoid, we're all paranoid as fuck. We thought this guy stole it. We all do it. We're like, damn, it was probably this guy. And then it never is. Half the time it never is, right? Until that one time that it is, and then it makes you more paranoid, which sucks. But you can't stop the brain from making these associations, unfortunately. Even if, well, you can once you educate yourself by reading. But even then, right? Like there is that whole thing about we're too smart for our own. We're so smart, we're dumb for our own good. You understand? So so yeah, maybe people will be like, they'll feel more comfortable. Also, these pills are mad addicting and shit, right? They're not really like the best. They're kind of like, we're not really that good at it, honestly. Trying to mess with the homeostatic nature, but we're not really that good at it. So we should try to just direct to the source, you know, at least for pain stuff. I'm assuming this already exists. I'm assuming if I looked at it right now, they'd be like, dude, you're 20 years too late. I'm pretty sure they already know exactly where to go. They probably just need the technology to do it without... Oh, that's what the Neuralink shit is about. Nah, we can't have that, Nazi. Oh, no. No, we can't have that Nazi motherfucker have a... No, actually, whatever, son. God. Oh, Lord. We're so fucked. He's gonna put Mecha Hitler Croc in our brain subconscious, dog. He's gonna turn all humans into Nazis by subconsciously putting Nazi Grok, Mecha Grok stuff in our brain chips, dog. We cannot let him have this market, dog. We can't let him have space travel, because he will definitely enslave humans for labor up there. He will definitely be like, we revoked your Earth pass. You have no rights in space. Nope. Nope. I don't give a fuck, son. I don't care what happens, son. He could have the cars. It's fine. I ain't buying one. Aptera all day. But he cannot have the space, because he's going to enslave us in space. He cannot have the chips, because he will make us into Nazi, subconscious Nazi mecha crocs. Nah, son. I'm sorry, this was about Tylenol. This was about, right? That's the route we can go. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's just keep